Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from Washington, D.C. It's NXT. Starting with your NXT champion, Randy Orton, mic in hand. So it seems that on Sunday, I'm gonna either be facing CM Punk or The Big Show. I've beaten them both before in this ring, 4 championships. And I'll do it again. But if CM Punk thinks that this fight tonight against The Big Show is gonna be easy, he is dead wrong. Tonight, I've bent Paul Heyman's ear. And tonight, Punk, Big Show, you want to get a shot at my championship, you're going to have to go through each other. No DQ. Oh, wow, and the final match in Randy Orton's little made-up tournament is going to be a no disqualification match. Randy Orton selected 3 other superstars to try to stop CM Punk from advancing. He had originally chosen Alberto Del Rio, Brock Lesnar, and The Big Show. But after last week, when it was apparent that Brock Lesnar was taking out other members of the NXT roster, he was suspended indefinitely. Austin Aries would take his place, and Austin Aries would lose last week's match against Big Show. Big Show advanced. Tonight, it will be The Big Show versus CM Punk. No disqualifications. As Randy Orton looks to face Eddie Edwards here, one of the new talents that we've picked up from the developmental rosters around the United States. Eddie Edwards, one half of the American Wolves.
We're starting off strong, Michael, and things are just going to keep getting better.
Very prominent tag team down in the Indies, as they like to call them. We'll see how Eddie Edwards fares tonight against the NXT champion, Randy Orton.
It won't take long for the aggression to escalate quickly in this one.
Not quite sure how fair this really is, having CM Punk and The Big Show challenge each other in a no DQ match. I mean, both of them are very formidable enemies, and it's no DQ. Anything can be used. Whereas Randy Orton, the champion, only has to face a brand new guy that we've just picked up, Eddie Edwards. It's going to give the advantage to Randy Orton, definitely, at the pay-per-view this Sunday. Randy Orton, Lou Thez. Vicious right hands to the face of Eddie Edwards. The NXT champion is ruthless as they come 2 weeks ago after CM Punk won his match against Del Rio. He came out to the ring and pelted CM Punk with that championship. The NXT championship is definitely the thickest, most hard championship in the history of the WWE. It is extremely thick. As it glanced off the head of CM Punk 2 weeks ago. Randy Orton again just playing with Eddie Edwards now. Oh, Eddie Edwards. Arm drag takedown, taking down the champ, catching the leg, rolling it out. Eddie Edwards might pick up a surprise victory here over the NXT champion. He is very quick. Randy Orton catches him face first into the mat. Eddie Edwards, though, coming back. Dropping Randy Orton. Now attacking Orton's arms. Eddie Edwards trying to gain some momentum here, try to get his finishing maneuver on the NXT champion. Trying to keep the Viper off balance. It's a very good strategy here as Randy Orton, oh my god, catches him with the suplex. Eddie Edwards goes flying across the ring. Eddie Edwards coming back. Randy Orton knocking him back down. And the fight in this new development. Oh my god. Kick straight to the chin. But Randy Orton is back up. Eddie Edwards. Oh my god, another one. Straight to the chin. Shades of Shawn Michaels. And Eddie Edwards. Oh, and again just being snuffed out by Randy Orton. Oh, just stomping the face. And here comes CM Punk. Here comes Punk out to the ring. Randy Orton looking to win this match here. Randy Orton stomping Eddie Edwards and glaring at CM Punk as he does it. Oh my god, and Eddie Edwards has been busted open. CM Punk gonna... 1, 2. CM Punk was in the middle of the ring for a minute. We were not quite sure. Oh, RKO out of nowhere. And if this happens on Sunday to either the Big Show or CM Punk, it might be over. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk and Randy Orton staring each other down. CM Punk knows tonight he's got a battle against the Giant, the Big Show, in a no disqualification match, and thought valor is the better part of wisdom here, as he does not attack Randy Orton. Wise decision by Punk. He could have hit Randy Orton multiple times. Orton hitting the RKO on poor Eddie Edwards, picking up the 1, 2, 3. I mean, look at the stare between CM Punk and Randy Orton. CM Punk has Big Show in a no DQ match later tonight as your NXT champion stands tall. Well, welcome back to NXT, ladies and gentlemen, as Owen Hart makes his way to the ring, visiting from SmackDown. He is on Team SmackDown, and he is being joined by his partner, Jinder Mahal. A couple of weeks ago, Owen Hart opened up a challenge. Well, really, Bret Hart enacted the challenge with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal snuck a win past Owen Hart, earning his shot to be on Team SmackDown. Not an easy feat for them tonight, though. They've got Kane and Sheamus. As we see the arrival of the Devil's favorite demon, Kane. As you know, on Friday Night SmackDown, Daniel Bryan, the lead captain of NXT, as well as Bray Wyatt, will compete in a 6-man tag team match with Raw and SmackDown's team captains, as a preview to the Survivor Series. And here comes the other member of Team NXT, Sheamus. The Celtic Warrior Sheamus has looked impressive, a great addition to Team NXT. Him teaming up with Team Hell No is going to be probably the most formidable team in the Survivor Series. And here we go. Owen Hart dropping Kane with an opening drop kick. It's going to be a very big learning experience for Jinder Mahal. This is the first time that he has really been a part of a match this big alone. Normally he'd be with his bandmates from 3MB, but he got drafted away from his bandmates when the Universe Mode started. He has been alone ever since, and now he's gaining the trust of the Hart Foundation.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Kane trying to get one over on Owen Hart. Owen Hart drop toe hold dropping the Demon. Jinder Mahal is really the weak link in the chain here for Team SmackDown.
This match will have a lot of big moves. One question,
he's going to have to watch his back extremely close.
Neither individual is going to back down here.
This is just a preview of the match we're going to get on Sunday, as the Hart Foundation and Jinder Mahal take on Team Hell No and Sheamus, as Team NXT takes on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series.
And did you hear the impact on that kick? Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Owen Hart taking down Kane. Owen stopping Kane from getting the tag to Sheamus.
He makes the tag.
And in comes Jinder Mahal. And in comes Sheamus. Sheamus versus Jinder here. Another interesting thing to note is that we still don't know who the team leader for Ryback and Titus O'Neil is. They said that they have a team leader and he will be on SmackDown. As Jinder Mahal trying something interesting here, and he's straight to the face to Sheamus. That's the type of brutality we normally see Sheamus handing out. Sheamus belly-to-belly suplex coming right back. So there is still one team captain left to be named. Titus O'Neil and Ryback from Raw said that their captain will be on SmackDown.
And that's a stiff kick.
Sheamus now drop toe hold to Jinder Mahal. Sheamus in complete control at this point. Jinder trying to go for a tag, and he gets there. Owen Hart back into the match. And this is not going to last long for the Hart Foundation if Jinder Mahal cannot compete with the other wrestlers in this match. If Owen and Brett have to do Jinder's job for him, it does not look good for Team SmackDown. Owen Hart throwing Sheamus into the corner, tossing him up to the top rope. Owen Hart, what is he doing here? Is he thinking superplex? Sheamus, Owen Hart, superplex. Definitely taking more out of Sheamus there, as Owen Hart gains the advantage for Team SmackDown. I would like to note that this Sunday at the Survivor Series, every match in the Survivor Series is going to be an elimination style match. If Owen Hart were to eliminate Sheamus, for instance, right here, it would be Jinder and Owen versus Kane. That two-man tag team match would turn into a 1-on-2 handicap match. And so on and so forth until only one team survives. Oh no. Sheamus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 catching Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal falling to the outside. And Sheamus and Kane running wild on Team SmackDown.
And this is going to return to the ring. And he has to make a tag to his fresh
Sheamus now seems like he's just playing with Jinder Mahal. Headbutt to the shoulder, knocking him down. Tagging in the Devil's favorite demon. One half of Team Hell No, Kane, former WWE champion, former tag team champion, Intercontinental. Oh god, he's caught Jinder by the throat. Goozle, slam. Down goes Jinder and Kane. Thinking of tagging in Sheamus here. And Jinder trying to make the tag, and he does to Owen Hart. Owen Hart coming in. Sheamus, headbutt to the face of Owen Hart. I wouldn't be surprised if it caught Owen Hart's nose there. Owen catching Sheamus in his corner. Sheamus getting hit with a Russian leg sweep now. As we've said before, Jinder Mahal, he gets into the match, he loses the grip on the other team. Owen Hart has to come in and mop up, and Sheamus dropping Owen Hart. But again, Owen Hart is really rectifying the situation here and catching his team back up. But Sheamus, a Celtic warrior, doing his best to keep Owen Hart down. Owen behind the back of Sheamus, back suplex. And a leg drop to boot, and Owen Hart suddenly has the match back in control for Team SmackDown. It's going to be a very interesting match, ladies and gentlemen, as Daniel Bryan and Bret Hart will add to the fray this Sunday. We'll also have the other Team NXT, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Mark Henry versus Titus O'Neil, Ryback, and their unannounced team captain. And SmackDown will face Raw as the Spades take on the Shield. Yet to be determined who will be taking on Randy Orton for the NXT Championship. As Sheamus getting involved in this match, Kane, Sheamus, tag team maneuver, slapping the taste out of Owen Hart's mouth. Owen Hart being a bit more trouble than Kane and Sheamus thought that he would be. Having to do a little more to keep Owen Hart down. Owen Hart running to Jinder. In comes Jinder. In comes Sheamus. Jinder blocking the attack there. Grappling Sheamus. Sheamus reverses with a knee to the gut. Oh my god, and he almost got hit with that double axe handle, but he tags in Owen Hart. Owen missing the uppercut there. Sheamus has control. Knee to the face again. And Sheamus tossing Owen Hart, bringing him back. Spine buster to Owen Hart. Irish curse backbreaker to Owen Hart, going for the pin off that. 1, 2, no. Owen Hart kicking out as Kane tries to isolate. Sheamus going for the Celtic cross, knocking Owen Hart down. Sheamus dragging Owen to the middle, but Kane is nowhere to be found. What is Kane doing? Jinder Mahal can break this up. 1, 2, and he does. Owen Hart was beat, and Jinder comes in for the save. And Owen Hart gonna try to do anything here to get back into this match. Right hands, left hands, drop kick, miss, as Sheamus now going for the unbreakable submission maneuver. Jinder Mahal breaking it up, hitting the referee in the process. The referee warning Jinder Mahal. Owen Hart jawbreaker to the Celtic Warrior. Now Sheamus looks a little upset here. Owen Hart has the back of Sheamus, turning him around. Sheamus reversing. Elbow drop to the sternum. Sheamus tossing Owen Hart into the corner extremely hard. Gets reversed. Sleeper hold onto the Celtic Warrior. In comes Jinder. In comes Kane. Kane breaking it up, and Kane attacking Owen, no mercy. Jinder Mahal in this match too. And Jinder just goes back to the ring, double. Oh my god, the double Irish curse. Sheamus going for the pin. 1, 2, no, and again Jinder breaks it up. Jinder decided not to fight Kane, who interrupted the match. Instead, he went back to his corner. That's something that the Hart Foundation is going to have to teach Jinder. In comes Kane, and in comes Jinder.
And now he's back out on the apron.
Kane elbows Jinder in the face. Clotheslines taking him down. And that might be enough. Kane thinking that it is, and he's going for the pin. Jinder kicking out easily. Sheamus here getting a little nippy. Jinder Mahal, a nice forearm takedown and a knee drop to the face of the demon. Jinder Mahal now fighting back as Kane reverses into a belly-to-belly suplex and a leg drop. Kane now has Jinder by the throat. Jinder Mahal reversing, kick to the gut. Staggering Kane, if only for the moment. Jinder Mahal. What is this? What's he going for here? Doesn't matter. Kane reverses. Samoan drop. Taking down Jinder Mahal. And Kane now has Jinder where he wants him. Jinder being thrown, coming back. Kick to the gut to Kane. Jinder over the top. Neck breaker taking him down. Jinder Mahal performing a lot better than what we saw of him last week. And Kane tossing Jinder into his corner. Kane tagging in Sheamus off the ropes. Drop toe hold from Kane into an elbow drop with Sheamus. And Sheamus now looks to target. Oh my god, he tried to clothesline Owen Hart. Owen Hart too fast, dropping Sheamus on the outside. Oh my god. And Sheamus has just tore Owen Hart off of the ring apron. Sheamus now on the attack to Jinder Mahal in the middle of the ring.
I can't believe everything that's transpired.
Sheamus gonna go for the pin. Referee 1. Not gonna happen. Jinder Mahal kicking out again.
Not this time.
And the Demon needs to get out of the ring here.
He's had enough.
He needs to get out of the ring as Sheamus looks for a submission move. Owen Hart breaks it up, and Owen Hart attacking Sheamus. It's breaking down here, ladies and gentlemen. Sheamus distracted. Sheamus distracted.
The intensity in this has been incredible.
And Owen Hart back in the middle of the ring. Jinder hitting a Russian leg sweep. That might be the first offensive maneuver we've seen him hit. And now, slamming the back of Sheamus' head against the mat. Jinder Mahal gaining momentum. Sheamus makes the hot tag to Kane. Kane almost dropping Jinder. No, Jinder tagging in Owen. And in comes Owen Hart.
I can't believe everything that's transpired.
Owen, a nice neck breaker here. Going for the pin. 1. Not gonna happen. Kane kicking out. Drop kick, dropping Kane again.
Look at these two jockeying.
It's gonna be a very interesting match come Sunday.
Oh man, that's definitely going to the canvas the
A
hard way.
big boot taking down Owen Hart. Going for the pin. Is this enough? 1, 2. Not gonna happen. Owen Hart kicking out. Sheamus. Thought he was gonna attack Jinder there. Owen Hart Russian leg sweep taking down Kane. And Owen Hart ready to finish the job here on the Devil's favorite Demon. But he misses. Kane reverses
A tight hold
into a hold here. The referee can't see, and the referee does eventually see it, but his feet were on the ropes.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Kane clubbing blow to the back of Owen Hart and now attacking his legs. He's got Owen Hart by the throat. And now he's going for a bear hug here. Is this enough for Owen Hart to tap out? And Owen Hart does tap out. And that is it. Owen Hart taps out to Kane. Kane and Sheamus victorious on NXT. If this was the case on Sunday, they would earn a point in the Survivor Series. Their reward, a shot at one of those final spots in the Royal Rumble for their brand, as Kane and Sheamus easily defeat Owen Hart and Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal has a lot to learn in the next 5 days.
Here are your winners. Kane.
He better learn it quick, because Team Hell No and Sheamus are looking as good as ever. And welcome back to NXT, ladies and gentlemen, as Xavier Woods is set to take on Aries, Austin Aries, Mr. A-Double himself, currently being represented by NXT General Manager Paul Heyman. And it's very interesting to note that the suspension of Brock Lesnar is under investigation by the WWE Board of Directors. And it's a typical investigation. Whenever somebody is suspended for a backstage altercation, an investigation must ensue. As Austin Aries makes his way to the ring, Paul Heyman not too far behind, and he's making a beeline for the commentary table. Oh, they're not quite sure what this is about, but incoming, here comes the NXT General Manager, Paul Heyman. Oh, hello, Mr. Heyman. What is this all about? Michael Cole, I would like to announce that the investigation into the suspension of Brock Lesnar is over. There is nothing to investigate. I did my job, and I suspended the culprit behind the attacks of Tensai and Justin Gabriel. There is nothing to investigate. That's all I had to say to you, Michael Cole. Oh, and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman saying that there's nothing to investigate. As the referee gets to a 6 count, Austin Aries getting back into the ring. The NXT General Manager is sticking around here. I mean, we know that he has a vested interest in the future of A-Double Austin Aries. But perhaps he's also out here to scout this match and see what these two young superstars can do. Austin Aries now. Nice neck breaker there, taking down Xavier Woods. Paul Heyman sticking around, getting a close-up seat to all the action here on NXT. And Xavier Woods tossing Austin Aries. Austin Aries reverses, and there is a nice neck breaker there. Goes in to a Hurricane Rana. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, former best friends, former client and manager. Paul Heyman managed the Beast Incarnate for years. A couple of weeks ago, he separated those ties with Brock Lesnar, and he claimed he was doing what was best for business as he became the NXT general manager. Austin Aries really the lead guy in that attack against Brock Lesnar a couple of weeks ago. Brock Lesnar really never got his full fruition, so I'm wondering if maybe that's what Paul Heyman is out here for. Is he out here to personally protect Austin Aries from the wrath of a vengeful Beast Incarnate? Not that Austin Aries would need the help, but I mean, it took 3 men to take that beast down. Oh, off the ropes into the clothesline. Xavier Woods, an impressive maneuver there. Dodging. Austin Aries running at him again. A nice running takedown. Paul Heyman coaching Austin Aries along here. It's a little biased, if I may say so myself. Paul Heyman announced as the NXT general manager last week. Paul Heyman is a genius, a mastermind when it comes to business, and it makes total sense that the WWE board would hire him as the general manager. As Austin Aries starts, and here he goes, Austin Aries dropping Xavier Woods on the back of his head. Paul Heyman coaching him along, dragging him into the middle, going for the pin now. Austin Aries, 1. No, not gonna happen. Xavier Woods dropping Austin Aries. Austin Aries looks like he could put it away at any moment here. Xavier Woods trying to stop it. Austin Aries dropping Xavier Woods. Paul Heyman. Not quite sure what Paul Heyman's doing. He's just wrecked the steel steps there. And Paul Heyman distracting the referee. What's going on here? Paul Heyman is distracting the referee as Austin Aries, I think Austin Aries went for his finishing maneuver. And Xavier Woods going for the pin. Paul Heyman saying, don't you dare count that pin. But Paul Heyman might lose. His man might lose. 1, 2, no. Paul Heyman, a sigh of relief on his face. Austin Aries getting dropped with a DDT. Xavier Woods. Oh man, he might hit it here. Where's the clothesline? The clothesline connecting. And Paul Heyman coming into the ring, and he's breaking it up. Paul Heyman showing a vested interest in Austin Aries. And Paul Heyman again arguing with the referee. He might be the general manager, but the referee does have powers to drop Paul Heyman from this match, and Paul Heyman is gone. And this might not end well for Austin Aries, as Xavier Woods again might look to finish the job here with that boot to the face. Is he going to be able to do it? Xavier Woods. Kick to the gut of Austin Aries. Here he goes, the second time. Bam! Hitting him in the face. Austin Aries down, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Aries loses to Xavier Woods. 2 weeks in a row. And Paul Heyman was the cause of this. You know, he did get a little involved, a little too much in the business of Austin Aries, and Xavier Woods getting an upset win, a huge upset win, defying all the odds and pinning Austin Aries. Xavier Woods, a very impressive talent here, but he's on the wrong side of the battle. Don't cross the boss. Don't cross Paul Heyman. It's going to be interesting to see what actions Paul Heyman and Austin Aries are going to take. If they take any at all. Xavier Woods, an upset victory here on NXT. Welcome back to NXT with the arrival of Dolph Ziggler, set to steal the show. Last week, Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze definitely attempted to steal the show in their match. Dolph Ziggler busting Tyler Breeze open and messing up Tyler Breeze's face. Tyler Breeze not happy about this. Took to Twitter for the past whole week, claiming that Dolph Ziggler was a quote-unquote uggo and will be dealt with accordingly. Dolph Ziggler winning that match last week in impressive fashion, spilling the blood of Tyler Breeze. We have yet to hear from Tyler Breeze tonight. We haven't seen him in the back. I mean, normally we see a bunch of Tyler Breeze. We see him taking selfies all the time, looking in mirrors in the backstage. We haven't seen him all day as the leader of the Filth Parade. Corey Graves makes his way to the ring. Corey Graves versus Dolph Ziggler in action. Corey Graves has tattooed on his hand, "Stay down." Will Dolph Ziggler stay down tonight? Dolph Ziggler, a very egotistical person, but I just don't think that he is remotely close to being as egotistical as Tyler Breeze. Dolph Ziggler tying it up with Corey Graves here. Irish whip into the corner. Corey Graves going for that reverse DDT. Corey Graves reverses into a suplex. Very well done there by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler getting the famouser and dropping Corey Graves. Dolph Ziggler not a stranger to Twitter either. Didn't respond to Tyler Breeze's threats. I don't even know if Dolph Ziggler follows Tyler Breeze on Twitter. But nonetheless, Dolph Ziggler doesn't really need to smack talk on Twitter when he steals the show every Wednesday night on NXT. We don't know how he feels about this situation, or if he even knows that what he did to Tyler Breeze was as offensive as it was. But Tyler Breeze extremely offended as Corey Graves just attacking Ziggler with strikes, and now a drop kick to the knee. Corey Graves utilizes the Lucky 13, a leg submission maneuver. He's under the tutelage of Shawn Michaels. It's a definite advantage. As Dolph Ziggler now with a headlock, and Dolph Ziggler showing off here in Washington, D.C. And again, he's going to do it twice in a row. And again, another headstand. Dolph Ziggler showing off his athletic ability in this match. I mean, that's all fine and good, but you don't want to sleep on Corey Graves, leader of the Filth Parade, for a reason. He's a pretty dirty player. And under the tutelage of Shawn Michaels, who's close friends with Ric Flair, as you see right there, that thumb to the eye. Corey Graves can roll you up and get a victory on you extremely quick. Dolph Ziggler drop toe hold, taking down Corey Graves. Ziggler stomping his foot onto the elbow. Corey Graves trying to come back here. A lot of striking to Dolph Ziggler. Dropping Ziggler on the back of his head. Facebuster to Corey Graves and Dolph Ziggler now. What is he looking to do here? What is he looking to do? And he's setting up the announce table. And Dolph Ziggler telling us he's going to try to steal the show. What is he planning here? Well, I got my brand new laptop here. I don't want anything to happen to it as Corey Graves is up on the announce table. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, let me get... No. Oh, there goes the water. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, no. Oh my god, the final cut suplex. Through the announce table. Taking down Corey Graves. Dolph Ziggler. As Corey Graves struggles to get back into the ring, but he does. Oh my god. Dolph Ziggler putting Corey Graves through that table with the final cut suplex. Corey Graves now managing to get some offense in after that. Oh my god, no. No. Is Corey Graves going to tap here? He's got him in a guillotine chokehold. Dolph Ziggler lets it go. Corey Graves dropping DDT to Corey Graves. And Dolph Ziggler looking impressive here tonight. Ziggler going for the pin. 1, 2. No, Corey Graves kicking out. Dolph Ziggler now going to submit Corey Graves again. Dolph Ziggler learning from the tutelage of Chris Jericho. So many submissions here. It's amazing. Corey Graves breaking it. Maybe Dolph Ziggler's aim is to beat Corey Graves at his own game as he gets hit with a spine buster. Corey Graves, a submission specialist with his Lucky 13 maneuver. Oh, and Corey Graves here. And he's definitely learned that from Shawn Michaels. He's definitely learned that from Shawn Michaels. Weakening the legs of Dolph Ziggler. And Corey Graves looking to finish up. Dropping Ziggler. And this is it. He's contorted the legs of Ziggler. Is Ziggler going to tap out here? Has he done enough damage? Dolph Ziggler worried too much about putting Corey Graves away. Corey Graves breaks the pin, the submission hold there. Jawbreaker. I mean, these two have really stolen the show here tonight. No, power slam. Ziggler thinks that's enough. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. No. Corey Graves kicks out. Corey Graves. Fireman's carry dropped. On his back. Is that enough? 1, 2. No. Ziggler trying to put Corey Graves away, and he hits the DDT. That's certainly enough. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Corey Graves dropped by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler celebrating in the middle of the ring, yelling at the top of his lungs. That's how you steal the show. And that is definitely an impressive win against a game Corey Graves. I mean, look at that. Corey Graves even got him hooked in a leg submission there. Dolph kicked out of it, got out of it, and hit the DDT for the win. High impactful DDT. And Corey Graves feigning an injury here. He's not hurt. Low blow. Low blow. As Corey Graves drops Dolph Ziggler. And Corey Graves taking a page out of Tyler Breeze and Ziggler's playbook. stealing the show and sending a message. Corey Graves low-blowing Dolph Ziggler. Tyler Breeze bad-mouthing Dolph Ziggler, but Dolph Ziggler being the athletic ability by beating both of them. Very interesting dynamic here on NXT. And welcome back to NXT, and here comes CM Punk. Earlier tonight, trying to get inside the head of Randy Orton, but deciding not to attack him, because tonight he's got the Big Show now in a no disqualification matchup in the finals for the #1 contendership to the NXT Championship. CM Punk has to take on the Big Show in a no DQ match right now. Whoever wins this match will be moving on to Survivor Series for the championship against Randy Orton. The scariest thing right now, and oh my god, Orton taking down the Big Show, taking out the Big Show and tossing him in the middle of the ring. What was that all about? I guess Orton having a change of heart. I mean, he didn't want to face Big Show, but I'm sure he didn't want to face Punk either. I would suppose that the whole goal here of this no disqualification match is to have the Giant and CM Punk destroy each other before this Sunday's pay-per-view for an easy victory by the NXT champion.
CM Punk is so well versed in not only striking with his hands, but his feet too. The quick kick.
No matter who wins this match, they're definitely going to be good, stiff competition for Randy Orton. But both of them have to compete in this no DQ match. If it gets ugly, they will be weakened for the pay-per-view match. Randy Orton, a very devious champion indeed, but definitely doing his job.
No disqualification match. Again, these men can do anything.
CM Punk grappling the Big Show, spinning heel kick, dropping the Big Show. And CM Punk here gonna get extreme. CM Punk with a baseball bat. Oh my god. Big Show catching it in his hand. Big Show clubbing Punk with the baseball bat. Oh my god. And Punk getting dropped. Big Show using CM Punk's head as if it were a baseball and swinging away. Punk now back in control, but not without the damage being done by that baseball bat. There are no disqualifications. Big Show. No, Punk dropping Big Show onto those steel steps. Face first onto the edge of those steel steps. Is Big Show busted open? Big Show getting dropped by CM Punk. Big Show kicking Punk into the gut. Trying to go for something here. What's Big Show going for? Looks like Big Show's got a kendo stick. CM Punk running the other way. CM Punk taking the kendo stick from Big Show, using the ring as a buffer, and the Big Show has been busted open by the kendo stick. Punk attacking Big Show with the kendo stick. Big Show's busted open. Oh, and dropped on his back as Big Show again going under the ring, getting stopped by Punk. Big Show taking Punk from behind, a strong forearm. CM Punk responding with a leg lariat. Insecurity to the side of the face, and it's getting to a dangerous part of the arena. There is no padding in that small little area that buffers between the ramp and the ring. Big Show being thrown under the rope. CM Punk, Big Show back in the middle of the ring. CM Punk lifting Big Show onto his shoulders. Are we going to see go to sleep? Connecting to the Big Show. Oh my god. The Big Show has just been put to sleep by Punk. Is this it? Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. No. The Big Show kicking out. Punk going for a submission hold instead. The abdominal stretch. CM Punk, is he going to tap out the Giant? Big Show reverses. Hip toss, taking down CM Punk. Big Show looking for a weapon again. No, where is he going? Big Show going for a big boot, misses. Punk on the counterattack, dragging, throwing Big Show, back into the ring. CM Punk with the steel steps, throws him back down. At least they're prepared for being used. Oh my God. Oh, an elbow to the face. Punk reversing. Big Show, knee to the gut. Punk dropping Big Show. The crowd on their feet here. The NXT arena going wild for this match. And this is what Orton wanted. He wanted Punk and Big Show to decimate each other. Only 4 or 5 days before the pay-per-view. The Big Show, it looks like he's grabbed out a chair. Big Show belly-to-belly suplex onto the outside of the ring. Big Show tossing CM Punk back into the ring. CM Punk has been, oh my God, a big boot to the side of the face. What is Big Show going for? He's got, what has he got? He's got another chair. That's 2 chairs, steel steps, a kendo, oh my God, a chair shot to the face. And Punk gonna unload on the Big Show. Good God. I mean, just counting up the things that I can remember. Big Show used a baseball bat on CM Punk. CM Punk countered with a kendo stick. DDT on the outside. Could have hit one of those chairs. CM Punk has used chairs on the Big Show. He's hit him with the go to sleep. Big Show's busted open. Somewhere in the backstage, Randy Orton smiling. Oh my God. CM Punk's back being just decimated there as he lands on that steel chair. CM Punk with the chair again. Knows Big Show's on his way to the outside. Big Show, shoulder block, taking down Punk. Punk, reverse, kick to the gut. Leg lariat, taking down the Big Show. There are no countouts. You cannot be disqualified in this match. The Big Show, he's going for the knockout punch. We saw this last week, and it took Aries out, and he connects. CM Punk limp. CM Punk being thrown against the steel steps. Again and again, CM Punk's knees just being destroyed by those steel steps. CM Punk has been knocked out. Goes for a second knockout punch. Punk reversing. Has Big Show in the go to sleep, and he hits him. Can he get the Big Show back into the ring? Tossing the Big Show into the steel steps. The steel steps break apart from the ring. Punk with a chair. Good God. Big Show is a bloody mess here. CM Punk back into the middle of the ring here. Big Show going for another big boot to the side of the head. Big Show has steel steps. Is he bringing them in? I thought he was going to bring him into the middle of the ring. CM Punk attacking the steel steps, hurting himself, but also hurting the Big Show. Big boot to the outside. And again, Punk gets taken down. How many times have we seen Big Show get hit in the head here tonight? And he is still moving. CM Punk, neck breaker. My God. Punk throwing Big Show into those steel steps again. Big Show tossing Punk onto the barricade. And a headbutt taking Punk down. Big Show wants to be NXT champion. Punk wants to be NXT champion. Punk's main goal is to stop Randy Orton from jumping ship to Monday Night Raw, which he can do after WrestleMania, when the next quarter ends. Big Show tossing Punk back into the ring. And again, another big boot to the side of the face. Good God, one of these two men must have a concussion. Randy Orton might not even have a title match on Sunday. Big Show back into the ring. Going back out to fetch CM Punk. CM Punk on the outside as well. Enziguri to the side of the head of Big Show. Punk being thrown onto the apron. Punk knows what was coming. Dodges out of the way. They're both in the ring now. Punk Russian leg sweep connecting to the Big Show. Punk on the outside going off the ropes. Clothesline. Taking down the Big Show. Keeping Big Show up and down. Goes for the neck breaker. Punk gaining momentum. CM Punk, what is he deciding to do here? He knows he's got to beat the Big Show, but how? How is he going to beat this mammoth of a man? Back body drop there. Just destroying the back of Punk. Going for the pin. 1, 2. No, Punk kicks out. Big Show catching Punk with the choke slam. Good God. Good God. Punk's dead. Big Show going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Damn it, Big Show's won. A preemptive strike here from Randy Orton, but Big Show wins Randy Orton's tournament and advances. He will face Randy Orton Sunday for the NXT Championship. Randy Orton forcing these two fan favorites, Big Show and Punk, into a no DQ match. It got graphic. The blood streaming down Big Show's face, hits the choke slam on CM Punk. And that was all she wrote. The Big Show moves on, and Randy Orton coming in. What is it? Oh my God, he's got a lead pipe. And he's taking down the Big Show. My God. Randy Orton, the NXT champion, set to face the Big Show on Sunday. Good God, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss Friday Night SmackDown. SmackDown is going to have Kurt Angle defend his United States Championship. We're going to see Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose take on the Spades, Wade Barrett and Adrian Neville in tag team action. We're also going to see a 6-man tag team match between all 6 of the captains of the Survivor Series teams. So stay tuned for Friday Night SmackDown. Until next week's NXT, ladies and gentlemen, Derek D. Ginger King checking out.